Hello everybody, Ben Rogers here, the Raptors Digest, here to react to the Raptors. 117-104 win against the Orlando Magic. Riker, we're 1 point away from NBA history here tonight.
What's the history?
We could have had the greatest point differential in all of history. If we had beaten the Orlando Magic by 14 points, we beat them by 13.
What do you mean the greatest point differential in all of history?
In all of history, in the month of February.
Oh, really?
We could have had the
a cumulative. Yep. Wow. Oh, jeez.
Yep.
Oh, that's...
Yeah.
You know what? Keeps us working for next month. That's fine.
Yeah, hey, we got to break it next month.
Listen, before we get into it, it's exciting, man. We're both back together on the pod. It's been a while.
For sure.
Man.
Exams, travel, all that stuff.
Sickness.
All-Star break.
All-Star break.
We're back.
I missed you, man.
The return.
All right.
Ben and Riker.
All right. So, okay, yeah, and this is a good segue. Just as we are reconnecting today on this podcast, Bismack Biyombo and DJ Augustine, but not as interesting as Bismack Biyombo, reconnected with the Raptors tonight. Had a decent game.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. No, Bismack Biyombo played, well, a classic Biz game, 6 points, 11 rebounds. But I miss Biz.
I really miss him
about the Raptors. I miss Biz.
He was an energy guy.
He's still my father.
He was like he was like an older, slower Siakam. Honestly, that's if Siakam lost his athleticism.
Yeah, but bigger, much bigger, man.
Much bigger, and like
much thicker.
Just a weird kind of swag about him too. He just had like this weird confidence, and it was amazing.
This aura. No, Bismack Biyombo was definitely a fan favorite. Definitely. Wish he didn't have to leave, but the man got paid, so respect to that. But the Toronto Raptors.
Yep.
Weird game tonight, but we came out with a 13-point win, which looks like a handle win, but it was pretty close throughout. Yeah,
the box score doesn't do it justice. It was a really close game until about the last 4 or 5 minutes of the fourth quarter.
The bench mob plus DeMar and Lowry.
I mean, you said it well yourself.
Opened the game up.
That's true. Fred VanVleet absolutely shot the lights out in the fourth quarter too.
Oh man, no,
and Siakam. It was good all around. But you said it yourself, very adequately or appropriately. Offense was great, defense, not great.
Yeah. Tonight the Raptors, we've been great defensively all season, but tonight we were a step slow. Orlando Magic giving up open shots left and right, and the Orlando Magic give them credit where converting. Hazonia and Fournier felt like for a while they just didn't miss the whole game. Like Fournier, he had 17 points tonight, 5 of 7 from the field, 3 for 3 from 3. But no, he played really well. Yeah. He's a weird player, man.
Hazonia?
Yeah, he didn't do anything his first 2 years. I guess playing time was a factor, but lately, ever since the Magic didn't pick up his option, he's turned into a player that looks like he might have deserved the number 5 pick.
Yeah, well, maybe he's playing to get on a different team or something.
Yeah, for sure.
But yeah, no, I mean, he is a good shooter, and we kind of seen it tonight as well. And he displayed a bit of athleticism too, which was interesting. So,
but the Raptors did come up with this win tonight, and it was mostly in part it was the lineup at the very end of the game: Kyle Lowry, DeMar DeRozan, Siakam, Fred, and Big Yak. They really took over this game, and honestly, that could be our most effective lineup.
That's Have you seen this lineup before? Because I don't remember.
I'm not 100% sure.
I definitely don't remember them closing games.
No, but it's usually the bench unit or they throw in Serge at some point.
And it's weird though because like
Lowry and DeMar.
Yeah, go ahead.
Lowry and DeMar, with that energy in the front line with Yak and Siakam.
Mm-hmm.
That's scary, especially, and then Fred's steadiness, clutch shots, always ready to execute down the stretch. I think that might be our best lineup down the stretch of games.
Yeah, I mean, it sounds like a hot take, but I would agree with you for those exact same reasons. I'm not sure because I think it matched up really properly against the Orlando Magic team. Plus, Lowry had it fairly easy with Augustine guarding him.
Yeah.
I mean, the bigs weren't especially good. I don't want to hate on the Orlando Magic team. Like, obviously they're not a terrific team, but I definitely agree. I think there's something about because the pace that DeMar plays at, he's not the fastest player. He's more of a slow it down guy. So I think it's complemented well to have the energy of Siakam right? And then the defensive
yeah.
presence of Yak. So, yeah, I agree. I mean, I think that this is a good team, but at the same time, like, you know, what kind of message do we want to send to the starters? Maybe it would make them play better if we played the lineup more. I'm not sure if like we've seen this lineup close out games more, right? Wouldn't want to create animosity with the thing, but within the team. But
well, I think the Raptors are all pretty good with everything that's people getting minutes. I haven't heard much bad things coming out of the Raptors locker room, no matter who plays, especially with the Norm situation. The small forward and OG taking the starting role. So I don't know if they'll create conflict in the locker room, but you mentioned it. Siakam and Pirtle just are very fast, high-energy people. And the complaint that everyone's having is down the stretch of games, we go to slow basketball, ISO basketball, and I don't think Siakam and Pirtle are capable of playing that because they're so fast, they cut so much. So that on top with... So we can get a bucket when we need it from DeMar and Lowry, but the ball will still swing and get Siakam cutting. I'm getting excited. I love seeing the Raptors play well.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I'd like to see the lineup a little bit more as well. So we'll see in the coming games.
Keep a lookout for that. Yeah, even CJ. We could even throw CJ if he's hitting a few threes there. I think he'd fit in well with that sort of.
He had a bit of a tricky go down the stretch with fouls. Mm-hmm. He was having a little bit of trouble keeping his man in front of him. So, I mean, I'm not totally convinced about throwing CJ into close games.
Yeah,
given he's also really streaky too.
It's always great to have a player that can knock down a few threes.
But that's why I think he's
too
true. Yeah, he hasn't been shooting amazing as of late, but I mean, I think that's why he's good on the bench.
Oh yeah, for sure. But I'm saying to close games. If CJ's hot,
if he's hot, put him out there.
Because we're fine. We're fine. We've been amazing this season. The first 47 minutes of the game. I think the one worry for Raptors fans right now is just being able to close out close ones. Right, we had issues in the Milwaukee game.
Yeah, that's what I was just about to say.
Example. Yeah. So, it'd be interesting to see how Casey can toy with a few lineups every now and then.
Yeah. All right, but don't want to bog this down here too much. Let's talk about OG really quickly here before we actually nope. Yeah. He's part of our segments, so let's just jump right into the segments.
Let's just get straight into it.
Yeah. All right. Start us off.
So you brought up OG.
Yeah.
The OGs play the night. The play that just makes you say OGs as a fan. You mentioned it, OG himself. Went in for a layup, got fouled, and came down on his ankle. The announcers, Matt and Jack, said that it looked like a right ankle sprain. Mm-hmm. That's what it was diagnosed as. So hopefully it's nothing too serious. I know an ankle sprain can be a couple days or a few weeks. So I was a bit worried it was his knee. So that's good news at least.
That's a good sign.
But
yeah, and you know what?
Yeah, hate to see OG go out.
Me as well. I don't think that'll be anything lasting, which is the positive thing. We definitely need him for the playoffs. Mm-hmm. I don't think it'd be the worst scenario in the world to see OG sit for a couple games, perhaps get Norm put into the rotation a little bit more.
Yeah, get Norm some run. And Matt mentioned in the broadcast, OG's played every single game this season.
Yeah,
he could use a few. I know we just had the All-Star
break.
Like
that is so impressive, man. For a guy that had an ACL injury to come back, quicker than expected, and not only that, to be a starter and play every game. Like, kudos to him.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he wasn't supposed to be back till last month, and he's played every game this season. That's absolutely wild. So shout out to OG. He's hit a little bit of a rookie wall, but his defense has remained the same. Love us some OG. You need to take a few games off. You've earned it, brother. Just get healthy. We need you in the playoffs to keep LeBron to 0 points for a whole playoff series.
All right, play the game. I got one. That's true. Got to keep LeBron contained. He's the man to do it. Our God. Play the game. I have one. You have one. For me, it's the burst of speed. The two bursts of speed at the end of the game for Pascal Siakam, looking like Usain Bolt out there, just leaving every man in the dust.
He's the fastest man on the planet. Pascal Siakam?
It was crazy. It was nicer the bounce pass to him, but even the late game alley-oop. I mean, obviously Dunk's flashier, but I think that the bounce pass was more well timed to bring him to 12.
Yep.
So that's my play of the game. You have a different one.
Yeah. Well, shout out to Siakam. 14 points tonight, 6 rebounds, 4 assists, 2 steals, and 1 block. That's absolutely amazing. Pascal Siakam is so good at finishing around the rim these days. He's doing everything out there. I'm telling you. People are comparing him to Dennis Rodman.
He's
a
doing
Draymond
it all.
Green hybrid.
Oh, don't. Listen, I don't like Draymond Green. We don't need to compare him to Draymond.
Yo, but Siakam's a better Draymond Green right now.
There we go.
Already.
I'll take that. I'll take that. Just like OG's a better Kawhi Leonard.
Obviously, but dude, it's that we have the best team in NBA history right now.
Oh man.
No, but no, my play of the day goes to Big Yak and DeLon Wright, the two UTs. They got a double block in the paint. That was pretty.
Doesn't happen too often.
Yeah, Yak swatted it. DeLon got a piece of it after. You know, if you see a double block, it's gotta be in the play of the day. You know,
it's gotta crack the top 3. All right, last one.
For sure.
This one's pretty funny on my when you told me about it. So take it away.
Yeah. So the DeMar Carroll Gold Star tonight. You know, we love Jack Armstrong, but he brought up the Boston Celtics tonight being really good with Marcus Smart on the roster. He said they've been great, undefeated, and are a scary team.
Mm-hmm.
If you give any praise to the Boston Celtics, you are going to win the DeMar Carroll Gold Star Award. I don't care what you say. You could say I like their jerseys. You know, I don't know.
Their atmosphere is not too bad.
If you say Kyrie looks like a nice guy, you're getting the DeMar Carroll Gold Star Award.
Yeah.
If anything positive involving the Celtics, I don't know. Right now, you're getting the DeMar Carroll Gold Star Award. So, Jack, you're getting that tonight. No Celtics love on this podcast or any podcast out there unless you want the DeMar Carroll Gold Star Award.
True.
This is what happened.
Yeah. That's fair. Okay, a little point before we finish. I was watching the Orlando feed just because I stuck with Velocity Raps tonight, and
the streams are back.
The streams are back, man. Bless.
Yes.
So I was watching the Orlando feed. You know what? They were actually really unbiased. It was impressive. The only I mean, the Raptors broadcasters are guilty of it too. Every game that I've ever watched, you know, obviously the home reporting squad will favor and, you know, cater the conversation completely to their own team. Yeah, but they were, you know, they had a lot of praise for the Raptors. They knew about the Raptors, you know, backstories and everything. They were very knowledgeable about OG, but they had one really funny line about DeMar. He got past, I guess, like a double screen or two defenders. He slipped through, and he was like, they're like, that man can get very skinny when he wants to. And the other was like, that's a perfect way of explaining it. He can get through any crevice. It's like, man, that's too much.
No, I like it. Hey, there's a lot of Raptors fans in the Magic Arena. Maybe they're catering to the Raptors fans in Florida.
That's it. Yeah, actually, the atmosphere was pretty cool at the game. Yeah.
Yeah, when the Raptors won, there's lots of chairs, everything. Maybe that's Orlando Magic leading the tank. They want some more losses to get DeAndre or to get Ayton. I don't even know, Marvin Bagley, whoever they want.
Oh yeah, fair enough.
So that's it from us.
Yep.
Anyways,
subscribe
out there. Yeah, for sure.
If you liked it, subscribe. Toss us a like, but definitely subscribe.
Yeah, for sure. And one last thing. Jakob Poeltl was really good tonight. 13 points, 8 rebounds, 5 assists, 2 steals, and 3 blocks. That's just a good stat line.
Just get that stat line out there. Fair enough. Yeah. I like it. All right. And on that note.
Happy Raptors fans. Got the win. And thanks for listening. As Ryker said, subscribe. And we'll be back with the next game.
Cheers.